Well, as we go along here, this whole, in my opinion, the further that we get along here, and I know that you have president's tweets, which is social media. In my opinion, social media has just taken a toll on this country.
It has.
People, there's so many people out there that don't ever need to be heard from, ever.
Right. All of them.
Well, the big thing here, and I'm sure you're aware of this, are these people doing these disgusting stunts out there in public, like licking ice cream and, drinking stuff out of bottles and things in the grocery and putting it back on the shelf and
spitting and shit.
Yeah, and of course posting it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that they're using.
Right.
And it's, it's just like, look at this. Look at me doing this.
Right.
Well, this woman over in Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Over in West Mifflin.
Okay.
Police have nabbed a woman who peed in a bin of potatoes in a Western Pennsylvania Walmart last Wednesday.
God. No more Primantis for me.
A store employee spotted the tot mama in the act and immediately notified law enforcement.
The tot mama?
I don't know what. Yeah, the tot mama. Potatoes, tots.
I get it. It's a ridiculously bad pun from a ridiculously poor writer.
I agree. The curly-haired brunette was captured on surveillance video entering the store, and the West Mifflin Borough Police Department posted green screen grabs to its Twitter and its website. Identification assistance, Walmart incident, cops captioning the images in a call for the community to expose public enemy number one for peeing on the potatoes.
Why would you do this? I get it. I get it, number one. But why? What goes through your brain?
This is the stupid social media.
But she wasn't posting it on social media, was she?
She did.
Oh, she did. I thought the cops did.
No, the Walmart did.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a screen grab of her and saw who she was.
All right. What an idiot.
Now you're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this pun now.
All right, go ahead.
The shamed spud soaker, also known as Grace Brown, 20, she turned herself in on Tuesday.
If they're sentencing her, this writer should have to do the same sentence. This is terrible. Oh my God. Hopefully she was French fried for her crimes.
Right.
Oh God. Come on.
She was identified. West Mifflin Police Chief Anthony told the Post, saying that the woman came to the police station with her attorney and admitted that it was her in the video. The Allegheny County District Attorney's Office was contacted and recommends Brown to be charged with criminal mischief, open lewdness, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness.
Will she get time for any of that?
This type of obscene conduct is outrageous, and we immediately disposed of the affected products and sanitized the area to ensure its cleanliness and safety to our customers, Walmart said.
You know what? Somehow I don't want to go into that Walmart anymore and buy any kind of fucking vegetables just because they ran a mop on the floor.
Right.
What the fuck?
The distasteful story comes weeks after a woman was filmed licking and returning ice cream to a Texas Walmart shelves and was ID'd, and just days after, Indiana teens were spotted spitting into soda bottles and putting them back on a convenience store fridge.
Maybe this is why Walmart got shot up today. Maybe this guy just saw somebody licking fucking lettuce or something and just went crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus. All these stories are from Walmart?
Yeah.
Walmart is a cesspool.
It is.
Just a disaster.
Well, I saw a comment the other day. I was reading a story about some lady who was sleeping on a plane. And, of course, people have no couth when it comes to being in public. She's got her shoes off. She's got her feet propped up on the back of the seat, you know, and all this other stuff. And, you know, of course, people taking screenshots or taking photos and posting it on their social media. Look at this. This lady's gross. Look, she's got her feet stuck everywhere and this and that and the other. And I saw somebody commented about because of the cheap airfare that air travel has become the Walmart of transportation.
Sure.
Because, you know, all these basically, you know, years ago, and I remember if you could fly, if you could take a plane anywhere, it was kind of a special event or you know, only affluent people could do that. But now they let anybody on a plane.
Dude, have you ever ridden? I'm sure you have. And I'm sure it drove you crazy. And it drives me crazy, too. It is something I will not tolerate. I will definitely say something to anybody, even if it was family, even if it was my mother. Have you ridden with somebody and they roll down their window and stick their feet out the fucking window?
I have seen it done, not recently, but yes, I've seen it done.
Have you ever ridden with somebody doing it?
No, I've never ridden anybody doing that.
I have, and it's like, put your fucking feet in the, you know, act like a fucking human being. You know, you're in a chair, keep your feet down. Fucking knothead. It's so annoying, but it's the hillbilly way.
It is.
It is definitely a hillbilly maneuver to stick your feet out the or up on the dashboard.
Yeah.
That's another one. Girls love to do that when you're driving somewhere far, and they'll bring their feet up. They'll take their shoes off, and they'll bring their feet up and put them on your dashboard. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Put your feet on the goddamn floor. You know?
I hear you.
It's so fun. How about if I rub my asshole on your fucking steering wheel? Fucking idiot. It's so. Am I wrong in thinking that there's just certain things that you just don't do?
Well, listen, I agree. Which is, again, why I'm very selective and stay away from most everybody.
No, just more and more. There's no reason to go and spend any time with any people ever.
Nope.
Ever. You know, I other than Thursday, I did not venture out of the house pretty much all week because my car has been yet again in the fucking fix-it place, the garage, to be fixed. And you know what? I really didn't miss fucking seeing anybody. I really didn't. It was hot a couple of days. I stayed back in the back bedroom. That's a fucking 300 square foot room. That's perfectly fine for me. Didn't bother me none not to even come out.
Yeah.
Not to see people, not to see fucking the occasional mailman driving up the street or whatever. I saw nothing. The only people I saw were on that flat screen that sits in front of me. You know, that's the only people I saw all week. 55-inch screen of NYPD Blue or whatever I was watching. It was glorious.
Alan Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Jason Lundgren again from Seattle, Washington. How are you guys?
We're good. What's going on out there in Seattle?
Not much. Yeah, I know, because I've been seeing all this, like, social media nonsense of people licking their, like, ice creams and leaving that in the grocery store. I work at a grocery store, so I've seen it. It's like, oh, my God, these people are, like, raised in a fucking barn.
Well, what have you done about it if you've seen it?
Of course, like, I would just, like, well, I didn't really saw them personally do it, though, but when I did see him personally, I would just I would just, like, talk to my manager and say, what should I do about it? And it's like, hey, man, just, you know, I'll just talk to that person about it.
You'll just talk to that person about it.
What are you allowed to do? Honestly, what are you allowed to do? Are you allowed to, like, if you saw somebody, I don't know, opening a thing of Arizona iced tea and spitting in it and then closing the cap, are you allowed to grab that fucking guy and drag him to, like, the security, wherever the security guy is in the store and say, hey, look, this guy's fucking doing, you know, and take the evidence with you?
Oh, well, I was going to say where I come from, I can't even, like, do that. Although, like I said, in my mind, I wish I could, and probably would, too, with my size and strength, so. But, yeah, over the job I work at, though, it's like you're not, like, allowed to do that. They let security handle it.
I get it.
Well, do you at least grab your cell phone and take a picture of that person and turn them over?
I usually take my cell phone with me at work, though, because, the whole thing, the policies at work saying, you can't bring your cell phone with you unless something, really happens or some shit like that.
Mean? You can't take it with you unless something really happens. Like what? What really happens?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense at all, but how they roll, I guess.
Well, it doesn't sound like you've taken any action at all. I'd gang tackle them and then beat them to the floor.
Yeah, but like I said, that's the thing. I don't work as a security guard. If I had, I would have taken them down by now.
So what? So you just go, well, fuck it. That's how it goes. Tampering with food is a federal offense, right? You know that, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
But you just kind of shrug your shoulders and go, well, I'll let the next guy deal with it.
What about just yelling at them, dude? What about if you see somebody they're opening an ice cream thing, you just go, hey! And just scare the shit out of them, and then they fucking drop it to the floor and run.
The next time you see someone, and you know what, guys, you have some great tips. The next time I see that person or thing that did it, to say, hey, knock that shit off.
No, yeah, you got to say, you go, knock that shit off.
First warning.
It's not, hey, knock that shit off. It's, hey, knock that shit off.
Right? Yeah, that.
All right, dude, is that it?
No, I was going to say, all I'm trying to say is, I work at grocery stores. I've seen people do that kind of shit, though. And, yeah, it's real, sadly.
Well, we know it's real, but what are you doing about it? Anything?
Well, you guys, gave me the advice of doing that, though. I've been trying to do some shit, though, but the thing about it is, my methods in my head that are justifiably right, though, but the grocery store I work at, they're so freaking liberal when it comes to that shit.
Well, here's what you do, dude. Next one that does it, whatever they're doing it to, you tackle them to the floor and you dump it on their fucking head and you smash it in their face. You say, if you're going to lose your job anyway, go out in style. Absolutely pour that on their fucking face. Waterboard them with Arizona iced tea. You like that, fucky? You like it, fucky?
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you're going to go out, you might as well go out in style, right?
Exactly. And then we'll read the story about you next week on the CMS.
Yeah. Pissed off grocery store worker has had enough of the bullshit of these so-called customers.
Yeah.
We'll salute you, though. I can promise you we'll definitely read about you in a good light.
Well, thank you, guys. And yes, hail, kill, hand job, hell. Thank you.
Hand job and George Lynch's phone.
Yeah, he's too polite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never yell at anybody.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. I said, hey, what am I going to do about this?
Shit, I went to the other aisle, so I didn't have to see it. I don't want to be part of that.
Right. All right, well, to wrap this up,
all right,
this goes back to, since we're talking about Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So the city disbands its police department after protests, and now the community is upset with the consequences.
Let me President Trump and have him tweet that for us.
Right. So where this girl was peeing on the potatoes,
yeah.
Well, not far from there,
mm-hmm.
Residents of East Pittsburgh expressed concerns about the violent crime 8 months after disbanding its police department.
That's fucking fun. I shouldn't laugh. That's a little too close to my fucking pinball palace.
It is, but the thing is they're mean. Okay, we're going to disband them. No!
Yeah, or they did disband them, and now they're like, I guess it wasn't what we wanted.
There's nobody here to protect us when the criminals are being mean and stuff.
I didn't think they'd actually rob my house.
East Pittsburgh residents gathered on Monday to express their concerns about the rise in violent crime and the lack of police officers patrolling their neighborhood just 8 months after they disbanded the East Pittsburgh Police Department.
Right.
The East Pittsburgh Borough Council voted to dissolve the borough's police department in the wake of the officer-involved shooting death of Antoine Rose. Remember that one?
Yeah, he was found, the cop was found completely absolved.
Yeah, well, that was the one where the kids stole the car.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The cop got nothing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The council notified the the Pennsylvania State Police on November 13th of 2018 that they were going to need coverage from the agency as of November 30th, 2018, while they worked to come up with a long-term solution. When the East Pittsburgh Police Department was disbanded, city officials promised that they were in the middle of talks with to launch a multi-community police force that would cover their territory. However, the residents began complaining about the lack of police presence the day after the East Pittsburgh Police shut down, when there was no obvious state police presence in their streets. They're supposed to be learning the streets and all that. East Pittsburgh resident Sean complained to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. That's why the problem started. It was a young cop who didn't know what he was doing. The dissolution of the police department had been a part of the borough's council's discussion for years, but the fatal shooting of 17-year-old Rose by East Pittsburgh police officer on June 19th of 2018 brought the matter to a head. The incident kicked off a mass protest with accusations of racism.
Of course it did.
Because Officer Rosefeld is white and Rose was a black hoodlum.
Mm-hmm.
60 to
It did not say hoodlum either.
No, I threw that in there.
I was going to say, the newspaper, they would go the other way. They would go, was a white racist, and the other guy was a well-intentioned young man.
He was a well-mannered, well-intentioned young man who stole a car and acted out.
He was childhood pranks is what we prefer to call that.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he'll be peeing on potatoes at the Walmart.
Oh, please, don't disparage him. He's not white. You're not allowed to make those jokes about him. He's not a white guy.
Right. 60 to 80 protesters, some masked. That's always funny. I'm a protester, but I don't want to show my face.
Oh, can't be identified that way.
Surrounded Officer Rosefeld's home after his identity was released. After more protests, the officers was charged with first-degree murder, third-degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, and he was placed on unpaid leave. The East Pittsburgh Police Department was then completely dissolved under the community pressure, which resulted in Officer Rosfeld losing his job along with other officers.
Well, that's tragic.
In March, a jury found former Officer Rosefeld not guilty of all charges stemming from the fatal shooting of Rose after just 4 hours of deliberation.
Mm-hmm.
Had it been 5 hours of deliberation, it would have made more sense.
Of course.
But it was just 4 hours, so.
Just 4, so it's just tragic.
But almost 5 months later, residents of East Pittsburgh have found themselves in a dangerous pickle. Having gotten rid of the police force before a local alternative was put in place.
Yeah.
The community has continued to complain about the lack of police presence on their street, and there's no concrete plan as of yet to solve that problem. When the Pennsylvania State Police took over the police services in the borough, Trooper Melinda blah, blah, blah explained that the on-duty troopers would not be spending their time specifically patrolling East Pittsburgh. Troopers said that the troopers would continue their usual highway patrol duties in the larger zone that would also include the borough of East Pittsburgh.
This sounds like that movie that we watched about Detroit.
Yeah.
Like 2 cops for all of Detroit.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Was it Flint?
Or Flint,
yeah,
wherever
it was Flint. Yeah, it was Flint. There was like 2 cops in all of Flint.
Yeah, that's what these guys have. Whenever I'm not out writing tickets on the highway, I might swing through your neighborhood.
Yeah.
But probably not.
They will be in and out of the borough, she said. The trooper explained that the state police's role in East Pittsburgh's law enforcement We're required by the law that if an area does not have police services to come in and provide full-time police services, the trooper explained, we have no idea how long we're going to be there, or if East Pittsburgh officials are going to try to negotiate with another department nearby. We're just there for however long they need us.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah, we might come in, we might not come in.
Yeah. We're not going to tell you either way.
Yeah. She explained that the state police would also ask for mutual aid from a neighboring police department if they were unable to respond to an emergency call for services. If we need backup, or depending on our call volume or location, if the trooper is already on something else, we might request a neighboring agency to come in until we get there. Just like if we have a crash on the parkway, there's another crash, we'll just ask nearby departments to go over there and render aid and do whatever needs to be done.
That's right.
The group also came together and expressed their concerns about the lack of policing in East Pittsburgh on July 29th. Found little sympathy outside of their community based on their comments posted to the KDKA Facebook page.
Oh, well, good. Thank God they did that.
They drove their own police force out, Pat Albright said. Now they want to complain because it takes longer to have state police respond to their calls. They should thank God that any police are still willing to come into their community after the way that they behaved last year.
Well, and that guy's been fired for being racist, I'm sure.
Let that be a lesson to you, pal.
Yeah. How dare you say that?
Yeah.
Asshole. Idiots.
Can't have it both ways, pals.
No, you can't.
You either just got to accept it or you don't.
That's right. That's all there is.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So there you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the country we live in.
So proud to be in part of this mess, aren't you?
All I gotta say is go to the Cherokee gun shop. Make sure you're armed up.
Have a piece of bacon. Yeah.
Stand up against the socialists and the Muslims.
It'll be great.
It's just unbelievable. People just don't think there's any threat out there.
No, they don't.
There's that. It's all fine. It's all well and fine. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, you would think so, but no.
No.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's going to wrap it up.
Well, my computer's acting fucky anyway. So.
And you and I are going to record a version of Skull Sessions tomorrow. Sessions.
You're going to get an extra hour of me, you, and Bob Nalbandian.
So, yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. So there will be a new Skull Sessions released sometime next week.
Yep.
Featuring yours truly.
That's right.
So it's all that good stuff. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to leave you with, I don't know, what do you want to hear?
Play something else from Dirty Honey that we haven't played.
All right. Let's see here. Opening up the old Dirty Honey. Well, we played When I'm Gone. We played Heartbreaker. So what we got left is Rolling Sevens, Down the Road, or Scars.
Go Scars.
All right. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Saturday. We'll do it all over again. We're going to leave you with some Dirty Honey from their Dirty Honey EP. So until next Saturday night, this is Neely along with my very good friend
Chris Egan.
And we're gone.
Bye, kids.